Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you clicking on that video as always. And today we are doing another tag video. Shout out to my guy, D4G, Destined for Greatness, for tagging me in this video. If you guys have not checked out his channel, I will be sure to link it down below. He has fantastic content. He does rack saw hauls. Great content, but he tagged me in this video today, which is 5 of my favorite EDP concentrations in my collection. Essentially, an Eau De Parfum is just a higher concentration of oil, perfume oil used than say an Eau de Toilette, and a bit less than a parfum version typically. So I have 5 fantastic, absolutely incredible EDP concentration fragrances here that I want to go over. And I think any one of these would be incredible to have in your collection. All must tries, in my opinion. Absolute bangers, each and every one of them. I'm excited to talk about these. Let's get into the list. So this first one is getting a bit harder to get, although you can still get it on online discounters. Scent I'm talking about is Garlands Loam IDL EDP. What can I say about this one? It's absolutely stunning. It has a lot of juicy bergamot up top with some almond and herbs, a sweet cherry vanilla with a bit of smoky leather undertone to it, sandalwood and tonka in the base. This has really good longevity. Projection is not a beast. However, the sillage is really beautiful, really nice sillage. I would really say this is perfect for an evening out, and it has sort of Garland's signature blending and quality and smoothness to this fragrance. I prefer this personally over the extreme version. This, to me, sort of just ticks all the right boxes and lands in that sweet spot. One of my favorite Eau De Parfum concentrations in my collection, Garlands Loam IDL Eau De Parfum. Next on this list, I actually did a comparison video between this and another super popular fragrance from Dior. Dior Homme Intense. Scent I'm talking about is Gentleman Givenchy's Eau De Parfum. Another absolute fire of a fragrance. This one opens a bit sharp and citrusy from that pepper and bergamot. This quickly sort of becomes spicy and adds a touch of class to it through the orris root, which adds some powderiness to this as well, makes it really masculine feeling. I start to then get this warm vanilla from this, and it really sticks around for the life of the fragrance once it makes itself known. But it's the sweetness from it, although a bit sweet, is tempered by some patchouli, this chocolatey, sort of rich, earthy patchouli. It's a bit incensey. It's really masculine, very sexy fragrance. Women love this one. It's just one of those fragrances that can really add to a look if you're dressed up in a suit or maybe some nice slacks, collared shirt, leather jacket, and this, you can't lose. Incredible fragrance. Gentleman Givenchy Eau De Parfum. This next one, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that this is one of my favorite fragrances. It's certainly probably my favorite in this line, definitely my favorite in this particular line from this house. But the scent I am talking about is Prada Lunarosa Black. As I said, this one is more unique than many of the others in this Lunarosa line. It's a powdery amber with touches of sweet woodiness. Really perfect for fall and winter. I get this cozy feeling from it. This one actually made my list for best fragrances to wear with a hoodie. And for that reason, again, adding to the cozy feeling that this fragrance just sort of evokes. Really perfect for a night out. Unbelievable sillage. This is not one that is going to project like a monster. It does project really well for the first hour. Then it just becomes more of a discoverable scent. You need to get in close and sort of smell someone, but it's very alluring through its sillage. You walk by, you're gonna get noticed. It's gonna probably be positive attention. I actually wore this on the day that my second daughter was born, and just some of the nurses in the hospital were like, wow, you smell fantastic. What is that? I want to buy that for my husband. I want to buy that for my boyfriend, whatever it was. Just absolutely stunning scent. One of my favorites from Prada, and definitely my favorite from this particular line, Prada Lunarosa Black. So I was not kidding, guys, when I said that I am bringing out the heavy hitters. And this next fragrance is no exception. This gets compared to other popular men's spicy fragrances for the fall and winter. But in my opinion, although this one is talked about less than those others, this one is the best one. This one is the one to own, in my opinion, and for reasons I will get into when I tell you that the scent we are talking about is Bulgari's Man in Black. Immediately upon spraying, you just get this sweet booziness with just a sort of sharp spiciness running through that. Once the sort of subtle florals come in, I believe there's iris listed as a note in this. Once these, it doesn't get powdery though to me. Once these sort of florals start to make themselves known, it adds a sophistication to this. It rounds it out, it tempers it a bit, and just makes it really beautiful. Those fragrances that I was referring to in the introduction were Spice Bomb and Spice Bomb Extreme from Viktor and Rolf. I like Spice Bomb Extreme. It's one of my favorite vanilla fragrances that I own. It's spicy and vanillic at the same time. This just adds masculinity. It has this really awesome suede leather accord that's just warmed up with the benzoin that's listed as a note. Stunning scent. Will get a ton of wear this fall and winter. Incredible. One of my favorites. Bulgari's Man in Black. My last fragrance on the list, and this one was actually picked up in a recent rack stall haul. If you guys have not seen that video, definitely check it out. I actually hit the jackpot with finding this fragrance for as cheap as I did, $153 to be exact. And if you watch that video, you already know which one I'm talking about. But the scent we are talking about is Parfums de Marly's Godolphin. Really gaudy gold bottle, but the smell, amazing. It's fruity, leathery, and herbaceous. It's not just a leather fragrance. However, it is a leather dominant fragrance. It has way more going on. This is most closely related to Tom Ford's Tuscan leather. However, I prefer this over that fragrance. Tuscan leather just comes across as a bit more rough around the edges, a bit more harsh. This is somewhere in between Tuscan leather and ombre leather for me, at least in terms of that leather accord. This is way more green and earthy and interesting. It has more going on, the fruity notes. Imagine driving in a luxury vehicle with the windows down through a lush forest while you're eating a mango. That's the vibe I get from this. This is probably my favorite leather scent I've ever tried. I've tried many leather fragrances. I like leather for different reasons in certain fragrances. As I said, I love sort of the suede leather accord in Bulgari's Man in Black. This is more of a rich, dark, black leather feel to it with a lot more interesting things sort of surrounding it. A lot of leather dominant fragrances can be linear. They tend to sort of copy each other. But I think Parfums de Marly did something a bit different here. They sort of took an idea and they made it their own. And it's, to me, the best of the bunch. This is a sexy fragrance. It can be worn evenings out. That's where it's gonna shine in the cooler months. You will get positive attention from this. Smells different than most people are gonna smell. Really great scent if you're a fan of leather. Parfums de Marly's Godolphin. Really quickly, I just want to tag 3 other channels. Ross over at TLTG. I know you have some fantastic EDP concentration fragrances in your collection. Love to see which 5 you would pick. Tyler over at Simply Fragrances. We have very similar tastes. So again, I'd be curious to see what you would grab for your 5. And one of my favorite YouTube fragrance reviewers, Joe Lima at Scented Moments. Would really be interested to see maybe some niche fragrances. I only had one niche fragrance in my list, but I would love to see what Joe over at Scented Moments would pick for his 5. I will be sure all their channels are linked in the description down below. Let me know in the comment section below what your 5 favorite Eau De Parfum concentrations in your collection are. Can be any 5. If you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.